Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon stream. My name is Dudzord and I do cool game dev shit here on Twitch. And today we are working on our own Game Boy emulator, implementing the audio that it so much needs. We already tried to do part of the work during the morning stream. We weren't able to actually complete it, but I would say we are getting there. We are definitely getting there. So yeah, the objective for the afternoon stream is to essentially continue that work, and hopefully, just hopefully, we'll actually be able to hear something today. That would be pretty cool, pretty cool. So we have 3 hours to have something working. If not, tomorrow is another day. That's essentially how it goes. The cat says hello to every one of you. And congratulations, Bjornen, for being first. Hell yeah, totally deserved. Totally deserved. Okay. Woohoo! Exactly. Okay, let's get this party started, essentially. Cat is being annoying again. Poor cat. Okay, so where were we? I don't know. Where were we? I think we were adding the trigger nonsense whenever we write to a register or something. Which is this, like a trigger event. Which on a trigger event, it does something with the length enable. Or no, the length enable takes effect immediately upon writing to this register. Okay, length timer. Okay, where is length timer used? Do we know? Do we know? Initial length timer. The iris field is the shorter the time before the channel is cut. Okay. Okay. So, question. Writing any value to this takes effect immediately upon writing to this register. Okay, so if if it was 1 before and I set it to 1 again, does it mean that I need to set the initial timer value or something? Even if I'm successively writing ones multiple times? Because I don't actually know how many times this is called, you know? But maybe we can assume that it's gonna work. Initial length timer. Oh, this is for the waveform. Oh, so it's a waveform dot. No, channel length timer. Okay, so I actually need to read from FF11 apparently, because I don't think I'm storing the initial timer anywhere. Do I ever read FF11? Who knows? I read it on the duty cycle register only. Meh. Okay. So I do this duty cycle register, and then I do timer equals duty cycle register and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty cool. Okay, I think this is all we need to do here. Well, not really all we need to do here, but okay. Does this even compile? It should compile. Okay, it doesn't crash. Good job. So, what do we actually need to do here now? Do we know? Let me think. Okay, so this tick thing should be calling itself automatically here a bunch of times. But I would say the audio. Is the audio like set up immediately at the start of the boot ROM? Maybe. Yeah, immediately at the start. This thing runs. FF26, FF11, FF12. Okay, so it writes FF11 and 12. FF11, FF12. Okay. And then background, initialize, turn on, wait for screen frame, increment, count-in, play sound. Okay, so what is play sound? It is. It's this. So what is the value of C? FF13. Load C. Load E. A3. So it writes 83 into A and then writes A into FF13, which is the period low. Then it increments C, which is FF14, and then it writes 87 there. '87 here, which is probably like enabling the channel or something. And then it should do something. And then it should do something. Now, what should it do? I would say that the literal thing that we need to do is when taking a channel, since this is a waveform channel, a PCM channel, we kinda need to build this waveform dynamically. Which is the difficult part, I would say. So let me see. If we call tick, whatever we need to do is we need to tick the waveform. I don't know if I need this period and control stuff. No, I don't need this period and control stuff. But yeah, whenever I call this tick, I need to tick the waveform. You know? And then I would need to sample this somehow. So how do we actually generate the frequency that we need, you know? Okay, let me delete all of these and open these 3 tabs again. Triggering, volume and envelope, length, timer, frequency. Okay, this is not needed. Okay, then this is the just a regular reading and writing from registers. But we'll actually need to do like some proper math with this, you know? Which is probably the part now that I'm missing. Although, if I were to guess, it probably has to do with these formulas here. These ones. So, I'll need to figure out how to actually do this. And then here are now the details. There's really not much, I think. Pulse channel is sweep. The first square channel is a frequency sweep unit, which has a sweep timer, enable flag, a shadow register, blah blah blah. Frequency calculation consists of taking the value in the frequency shadow register, shifting it right by the individual step, optionally negating the value depending on the direction, and summing this with the frequency shadow register to produce a new register. Holy! Okay. Frequency calculation consists of taking the value in the frequency shadow register, shifting it right by the individual step, optionally negating the value, depending on the direction, and summing these with the frequency shadow register. Okay, so I shift it, I see, to modify it. The frequency, okay. Then I add this delta to my current one. This will give me the new frequency. And then I need to check if the frequency overflows or not. And then whenever the sweep timer is clocked and the sweep is enabled, a new frequency is calculated and the overflow check is performed. If the new frequency is 2047 or less and the individual step is not 0, this new frequency is written back to the shadow register and channel 1 frequency. Then frequency calculation and overflow checks are run again immediately using this new value, but the second new frequency is not written back. What the hell? Hello, Timbo. Team, hello. Good afternoon. 14 minutes live. Yeah, because I stream in the morning and then I do a 1 hour lunch break. And then I stream again in the afternoon. I always split my days into 2 different streams. Just so I don't have to rush while lunching, you know? I thought your lunch break was like right now-ish. I mean, it's already 3 p.m. here. No, I usually go for lunch at 1 p.m. So in reality, I should have started streaming 46 minutes ago. But yeah, today I got too excited during the morning stream and I streamed for 45 minutes extra. Slacker. No, not at all. I actually overworked myself. How are you doing? How was the week? Were you able to rest and have fun? I hope it all went well. By the way, yesterday on my Sunday, I spent the entire day around the sim rig, and I essentially aligned all of the chair and all of the monitors as well. So now it's way more comfortable, and now I can actually stay there for multiple hours without injuring myself. I don't know about rest, but Dad and I got halfway through Split Fiction. Pretty cool. Yeah, I did see you play it on Steam. Did Dad enjoy it? Was it difficult for him or not really? Or is Dad like a better gamer than you? Maybe he is. So you couldn't convince the old man to stream Split Fiction with you? Or you just decided to not go with it? Yes, and it was also a bit difficult, but it did very well also. Troubles with the camera. Yeah. I think that's pretty much the same issue I have with my wife. Whenever we play a 3D game and you have two joysticks and you need to use the right joystick to move the camera, she cannot do it at all. She cannot do it. So every game we play that has like a 3D camera, he always plays like in the same camera orientation. Three D games requiring that is a pretty big step in difficulty. Indeed. Yeah, and if people are not used to do it since they were born almost, then it's a pretty difficult like task to learn, you know. One thing is if you use a mouse, it's kind of easier with a mouse because people are used to use a mouse to look around and stuff. But with a controller, it's tough. It's really tough. At least I experience the toughness whenever I play with my wife. But my dad did it, including the aiming at targets while on a jetpack. Holy gamer. Damn. Okay, that sounds difficult. That sounds difficult. Well, maybe you should have your dad playing Rocket League. Maybe he will beat you. Although that is even more hardcore, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Tim, and today I reached 100 followers. Yay me. 100 followers. GG's. And I have like 12 subs. Hell yeah. Pro streamer. I was follower number 1. Pretty sure you were, yeah? Pretty sure you were. The OG follower, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, today I'm working on my Gameboy emulator again. I'm trying to implement audio. Audio is tough. The documentation doesn't help that much. I mean, it obviously explains a ton of stuff, but it doesn't tell you when things should be calculated and what are like the actual formulas and stuff. I must go outside, maybe even to the store. Pizza party on Friday. Hell yeah, pizza party. Sun is out. So I might get it. Yeah. Sun is good. Yeah, go enjoy life. Go enjoy the outside. Whoa, stream. Can I even see who was follower number 1? I probably can. Not sure I wanna leak it for what's it called? Bragging purposes. Let me see if I can actually figure it out. Moderation. No. Community. Followers list. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Off we go. Okay. I can say with confidence that neither of you was number one. Neither of you was number one, but you are both on top 5. But I mean, this was whenever I was playing like Accelerate, I guess. That I streamed Accelerate like 2 days or something. Yeah. And Simonot, I don't even know. Simonot was like number 15 or something. Let me check again. Community, followers. Scroll down and down and down and down. Three, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, Simonot was 17th. Have a good stream. Enjoy. Thank you, team. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay. Hello, TS Just. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we reached 100 followers today. Very happy. Bye. Are you leaving already? Or are you saying bye to team? Hopefully to team. Yes. Nice. So you are sticking around. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So we are working on this audio stuff. I would say that in terms of reading from registers and writing to registers, it should be mostly there, at least for channel 1, which is a pulse width modulated channel only, with a period sweep. So yeah, they should be doing something. And now what I actually need to do, which I guess is going to be the toughest part, is how do I actually generate pulses, you know, on the PWM. How do I generate pulses like zeros and ones? And how do I mean, I don't even know. Like, how do I modify frequency with it? And how do I output that number even? Well, I know that I need to output that number here from sample. So wherever this square channel does, it will need to return some value here. Which value? Absolutely no idea. But yeah, that's the plan. So if you guys have any idea on what I should be doing now, please help. Please help. Okay, period divider. We already have that, right? I already added like a period divider or whatever it's called. Yeah, so I have a period divider for this guy. And I'm setting it to a value of the current period on a reset. So whenever we get like a new trigger, I set the data here. Yeah, but now each time it is clocked, so it means that I need to plus equals 1 this guy here somehow, which I'm still not doing. So wherever it's clocked, I would say it's on tick probably. Like this. when it overflows, its value is set from the contents of those stuff, which is this. Okay, so if self.period divider, oops, is greater than OX7 FF, then we need to set it again. The higher the period value in the register, the lower the period, and the higher the frequency. Holy. Right, because period and frequency are inversely proportional, or whatever the term is. Right, because period is 1 over frequency, I think. I guess. Period value of 500 means minus 300. The hell do you mean? The pulse channels period dividers are clocked at blah. Once per 4 dots, yes. And their waveform, once per 4 dots. So it's not once per div clock. It's once per instruction, I guess. The pulse channels period dividers are clocked at blah 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 once per 4 dots, and their waveform is 8 samples long. Okay. Well, the waveform part I get. Like, this is 8 samples long. So do I generate these 8 things like directly? The hell? This makes their sample rate equals to this, sure. With the resulting tone frequency equal to that. I mean, if you say so. Tone frequency. Okay. When I call sample here, what's the actual value that I need to output there? Is it like the frequency? You know? How to use CPOL? Yes. Okay, what I want to know is whenever I write a sample, what type of value are they expecting there? Obviously it's a float, but does it go from minus infinity to infinity? Does it output the frequency? Or what? You know? Okay, let me see here. So the sample clock. Okay, I add by 1 modulo the sample rate. Cool. Oh, and then it's 44 Hz times 2 sample clock. Oh, so it's sample clock divided by sample rate. So it goes from 0 to 1. And then it goes 440 times 2 pi sine. Holy. So 440 will be the frequency. And then I do a 2 pi. The 2 pi just do a sine wave, so it does 1 minus 1. Okay, so in reality, this expects a number from -1 to 1. Produces a sinusoid of maximum amplitude. And this is the frequency. For 40 times 2 pi, and then this is going to be the sine of this. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Do I actually need to divide here something by the sample rate? Oh. Is this still like infinite? No. It's this. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Something like this. Okay. But I mean, in order for this to play a 40-40 hertz, this would need to have 40-40 peaks in 1 second. Yes. 3, 4. Okay, something like this. Okay, and if I were to make this smaller, no, smaller. More wider apart. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm back to 99 followers. Damn, someone unfollowed me. Sad. Sad. Holy. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, this looks like crap now. Hold on. How do I actually move this gold stuff? Good job. Yeah, but we are back at 99. Holy. Okay, so this period divider, I can't... Okay, the only thing I know is that this needs to be between -1 and 1. Between -1 and 1. And because this is a pulse width modulated, it's actually gonna be from 0 to 1. right? 0 and 1 for PWMs. Because PWM audio doesn't go to -1, I think. Or does it? No, it only goes to 0, I think. Okay. This register stores the low 8 bits of the channel's 11th bit period value. The upper 3 bits are stored in the low 3 bits of NR14. The period divider of pulse and wave channels is an up counter. Each time it is clocked, its value increases by 1. When it overflows, it's reset from the contents of NR13 and 14. This means it treats the value in the period as a negative number in 11-bit 2's complement. The higher the period value in the register, the lower the period and the higher the frequency. The higher this value in the register, the lower the period. Right. Okay, but the period divider is only for this counter. It's just so I know whenever I need to generate more samples, I guess. Their waveform is 8 samples long. I don't know what this means. I mean, I know that this is... The waveform is 8 samples. Oh, the duty cycle is 8 samples. But when do I generate a new sample then? I have no idea what's happening. Okay, this should play a scene wave. Okay, cool. Sorry for scaring you. Yeah, now I'm kind of confused because this sample here, this will get called at whatever frequency this output stream here is doing, which will probably be 44,000 something, you know, which is the, or 41.4, or whatever is the regular frequency of the audio channels, but not so. That's not what I want here. The pulse channel period dividers are clocked at. Their waveform is 8 samples long. I don't know what any of these means. This makes their sample rate equal to Okay, so this period divider is kind of telling me when do I reach that period part, like the end of it. Okay, so whenever this happens, I would say that here I need to update my sample. You know, here I would need to update my sample. Whenever I get to the end of this period divider, and this means that on my waveform, do I have a tick function on my waveform? Or does my waveform only update here? Maybe my waveform only updates there. Low versus high. Okay, so I think I only call the tick here. And this is the duty cycle of my waveform. Okay, so my waveform is 8 in size. So I would say that for my waveform, I kind of need to have like a current index, you know, which self.index is index plus 1 modulo 8. Okay, maybe this will get me an F32. Okay, so I think that what I need to do is, I don't even know, but I kind of need to prepare like an array or something, you know, like for example, my duty cycle 125, it's gonna be a 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0, something like this, you know. My 250 is gonna be 0 1s and then 0, I guess. My 500 is gonna be 0 1 1 1 1 and then 3 zeros. And then my 750 is going to be 1 and then it's all zeros and then it's 1 in the end, you know. So what I actually need to do is I actually don't know if I need this duty cycle here. I actually legit think I can just get rid of it. But I'll need to keep track of my current index, because my current index will increment once. You know? And then I'll do a match duty cycle. Hold on, okay. Deleted way too much code. Okay, so let waveform equals. Okay, so depending on the duty cycle, I'm gonna return a waveform. You know? I think that's the plan. Okay. And then here I'll do waveform index as f32. Okay, so this should get me a value between, well, either a 0 or a 1. And it's gonna like loop around properly and all. Okay. So this is the tick part here. Okay, but this tick part will actually get me a let I don't know even what to call this. Let value is going to be this. Okay, so now the only thing I need to do, only double quotes only, the only thing I need to do, just do it. Yes, the only thing I need to do is calculate this fucking frequency. Is to calculate this fucking frequency, which is this. So my frequency is gonna be this giant ass number that I have no freaking clue where it comes from. It's just presented to me as if everyone knew what number this is. For some odd reason. Well, it's 2 times 65,000, but still, who the fuck knows? So it's gonna be this number divided by 1048 minus period. So this is going to be a value, whatever frequency this is going to be. And then I'll do self.sample equals value times the frequency. That doesn't feel right. That does not feel right, because then the only thing I need to do here is return sample. Self.sample. Frequency as f32. Okay, everyone, this is either gonna work amazingly or it's gonna suck. Vibes, let's go. I mean, I'm not worried. You'll also hear the weird sound noise that I'll be getting, so it's fine. Okay, so one thing I can do here, just to safeguard our little ears, is I might want... I mean, I can YOLO it. If you guys think I should YOLO it, I can YOLO it. Or I can log the sample. I just want to see if it actually triggers only when, like, the pating happens, you know. So let's see. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, because it's logging so freaking much that it's not gonna... Yeah, these are so many logs that it doesn't even run. Okay, release. No, but it's that because of the amount of logging that it needs to do. Okay, what can I do instead? Well, I can only print this if self.sample is different than 0, 0, we print it. Okay. And now it should be 0, 0 for pretty much all of the duration. Oh! See? It's doing something there. It's doing something. Holy. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm even bumping the sound of the stream. Okay. It's either gonna be glorious or we are both becoming deaf. Both, I mean me and the other 7 viewers. Okay, good luck. I'm gonna over the stop button just in case it's unbearable. Okay. You did that pop pop. Did you hear it? Like a bop pop. Dun, dun. Felt very Dolby Atmos, you know? Old school loose headphone jack sound, exactly. Like if you were like plugging in the jack in an amp or something. Okay, now the fun part begins. Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? Should these zeros actually be minus ones? You know, something like this. Maybe. Okay, we go again. Brace yourselves. It did something. Okay, can we actually play the game? Oh, so Super Mario doesn't even use the PWMs for anything. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so no, it didn't work. And now I have no idea why. Isn't life great? I mean, the way they tell me, it kind of feels like these it kind of feels like these should be changing more frequently. Which I actually wonder how to do. Because it should do it once every, what does it say? Once every 4 dots. So I think here I'll actually need to get the actual amount of cycles that this took. And then this just sets the div. This just sets the div. But maybe this needs to tick more times. So maybe that's the thing that needs to happen. Or I in 0 cycles divided by 4. And then this will take this stuff. Okay, let's try again. Nope. Nope. Okay, why didn't that work? This is only the div part. Okay, so this reads from the memory map. This sets the period. And then sets the sample and then returns the sample. But I mean, I'm confused. Oh, because I probably need to do, okay, no. Because here I probably need to have a new tick div. Something like this. I'll actually need to split this, you know? Because if not, this is gonna... the data.tick div. Okay, we go again. Brace yourselves. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Holy. Okay, someone someone is gonna die with this. Holy. Yep, someone is gonna die. Okay, what can I do here? Okay, instead of playing this, because I actually have no literal visibility into what the hell is happening. Maybe I could like generate a wave file, output that, and then I can open it in what's it called? There's some audio software that I don't recall the name of, and then maybe we could check what it's supposed to sound like and what it does actually sound like, you know, like a waveform comparison shenanigan stuff. That's probably more sensible than what I'm currently doing, because I don't want to kill anyone. Record wave. Yes. How do I record a wave, kind sir? Wave spec from config. Hound. Rider. Run the input stream on a separate thread. Stream play. Okay, write input data. And then instead of returning the sample, it just writes the sample. Okay, I see. Okay, let's try and do this instead, because this is gonna kill someone. This is gonna kill someone. I'm pretty sure this is gonna kill someone. So I'm passing the data here, but I will mute it for now, or I'm not setting it for now. I'll do writer, write sample. Okay, and here I'll need to pass a writer, which is a wave writer handler. Okay, do I have access to this? No. Okay, so will I need an actual like separate library? That would be less than ideal. Hound. Dev dependencies hound. Cargo add. I actually don't know how to add a dev dependency to cargo. So there's cargo add. -- dev. Cargo add hound add -- dev hound. Okay, good job. Okay, and I need to yoink all of this. Probably on run helper. Path. Audio wave. Wave spec from config. Sample format. Oh. Why can't I use it if it's a dev dependency? Do I need to actually use it this way? I mean, I'll do it, but... Import. Okay, and then here I pass the writer. Or something like this. Okay, but now it's complaining of this wave writer something. Oh. Holy shitty. See, this is what I love about Rust. You see, you can type like all of these weird shenanigans here. Look at this crap. Arc mutex option hound wave writer buff writer file. These are like 6 types embedded one into the other. Feature inherent associated types. What do you mean, Mike? I mean, I can do this nonsense if you'd rather have me doing this. Oh. I see. It's here. You're gonna be value. No method name. Write sample found for. Holy. Write.log. I don't even know. Can you like tell me what I can do with you? And wrap. Write sample value. The hound sample. Where T from sample T. And U is a sample plus on sample. Oh, so it actually needs a bunch of stuff here. Writer.write sample input.either. Write input data. What the hell, my guy? What do you mean? The data. No, but this is like to record away from an input audio. This is not what I want to do. I want to get... my value here. And I want to write this value there. That's what I want to do. The trait T hound sample is not satisfied. I'm so confused. From sample T. The trait bound T hound sample is not satisfied. T implements CPAL sample but not hound sample. Okay, do I need to implement an hound sample for this guy as well? Well, then can't I just do this then? Okay. Okay, so this is obviously complaining of stuff. Okay, does this need to be a noun sample as well? Apparently. Okay, but if it's a noun sample, then it cannot have any of these weird sizes. Okay. Does this compile? Yes. Okay. Did this actually generate something? It did. It was called Audacity. Oh, I don't even have Audacity installed. For the sound engineers on stream, is Audacity still good, or does anyone like use something else? Free Audacity versus... There was some... software. I think it was called also Waveform or something. That was free. Windows. From Traction, yeah. Which might be better, I don't know. I've never used this, by the way. Yeah, but maybe I'll go with Audacity for now. Audacity installer via Muse Hub. What the fuck is Muse Hub? Cloud storage. Did Audacity get purchased by some weird ransomware company? Does anyone know? Now I'm kind of scared of installing that. Awesome audio. What is this? It's Brazilian. Wavepad. Okay, let's go with Audacity. Worst case scenario, my computer gets a virus and yeah. Okay, can everyone still hear me? Yes. Okay, I don't think Audacity enjoyed being opened. Audio.wave. 0 kilobytes. GG. Okay, does it like actually mean we need to close the file? Probably. Probably we need to. Okay. How am I supposed to do this? Do I actually get called here inside? No. I actually don't get called here. Oh, because this is release. Never mind. Being dumb. Okay. So what actual helper did you get? F32. Okay, stream, play. Then step, and then shut down. Okay. Okay, I probably want to add a wave rider. Wave rider, none. Okay, my guy, what's your type? Oh, are you that weird type at the bottom? Are you really gonna do this to me? Damn. You're really doing this to me. Let rider equals this, which is what we had before, and then here I do rider.clone. Self.rider wave rider dot unwrap holy unwrap dot lock not. Oh my god, unwrap. Cannot move out of this. Why? Should be an immutable reference. As ref or as mute. Okay. Okay, when do we actually get a shutdown message? Okay, maybe this is gonna work now. Okay, funnily enough, it didn't. Looks like it got stuck. Okay. I mean, open. No, there's still 0 bytes. Drops the stream and then finalizes. Okay, so I actually think I need to write into the sample. It's not here. APU. Bum, ba, da, da, bum, bum. I actually think I need to write something here. T from sample 00. Right. Now it's getting stuck here. Why? This is not increasing. The Gameboy is also not increasing. But whatever happened, like, is blocking that. Oh, because maybe I cannot do this. Okay. If I disable this, what happens? Okay, there's obviously something that now it isn't working. What the freaking... Okay, what have I done? Feels almost as if it were like stuck in an infinite loop or something, you know? You know? Okay, so this is not getting called. This is not getting called. Okay, I'm thoroughly confused. I'm thoroughly confused. Okay, so this audio data lock is like stuck there forever. Okay. Okay, something I did is blocking something. What the hell? Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, threads. It's just a window event. This doesn't matter. Panicking. Okay, there's something crashing somewhere. Okay, so this audio lock is oh, right. Never mind. Because it's locking twice. That thing there. Okay. Now it should preferably not get stuck. Good job. Which means that now we should be able to actually write something there. Okay. And do we actually get something on our audio wave file? No. Why not? Why not? I mean, shouldn't this be writing something? Let me see. Wave spec from config, which is this. Wave spec. Okay. Writer. Okay. Maybe it doesn't like writing an existing file. Oh, 3 kilobytes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Length 0. Okay. It's doing something. It's doing something. Okay, so this is instantly outputting stuff, which I guess it shouldn't. So that's issue number 1. Okay, does it actually get a shutdown message if I click on the stop button here? No. Holy. Okay, is there an actual way? Okay, so what does actually happen when I click this button here? I don't even know. Okay. To begin with, it kind of appears like it's running 1,000 times slower as it's supposed to, because this should be 7 seconds. This should be 7 seconds. you know. Let's see again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. If I now put this here, see, it should be 3 seconds, and it's 3 milliseconds for some reason. Okay, so we are missing off by 1,000 here. And off by 1,000 here. Now I wonder where this should actually be getting called from. Because I mean, maybe it's just the wave helper stuff. Wave spec from config. Sample rate. Bits per sample. Yeah, I don't know. Sample rate 48k. The number of samples per second. I mean, okay, so now it kind of looks a little bit better, but I don't know why I needed to put 1,000 in there. I mean, I really shouldn't. Because my understanding, and again, I might be completely wrong, but my understanding is that these would be called automatically, you know? These would be called automatically. So by calling this, I should just sample wherever it's here and return that. You know? Like, what happens if I were to comment these 3 lines out? Well, this doesn't get it. I need to do it like this. I mean, sure, this is a wave, but I mean, it's still 1,000 times smaller. I would expect this sample thing to get called a bunch of times. Oh, because I might not have a sample from there. Okay, what if I do this instead? Hold on. Okay, so this looks a little bit better. I mean, at the very least, it has more values in between. But I still don't know how this is different from this. I'm utterly confused right now. Utterly confused. I mean, this looks pretty, but this timer thing is not like proper. And for some reason, adding this just makes it worse. It just makes it worse. I mean, it kind of makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because writing to that value kind of seems like it's writing more things in there. Oh man, I don't understand. Okay, hold on. Okay, spoiler alert. This is gonna play a sound. Okay. I warned you. Nope, still looks like crap. Why? I mean, I just call sample on this. Oh, because I call these more times. Sample clock, I see. Okay, I see what's going on. But I mean, and then I'd rather just disable all of these, no? I mean, this looks better, but it's way too small. Why is this way too small? Bits per sample. I kinda wanna try these I'm considering just like yoinking these that sample here and see what the hell is wrong with this. Two channels, 48K. Okay, so 48,000 samples make 1 second. Okay, so shouldn't these be getting called 48,000 times then? You know? Or is it like all these lock and lock stuff that is messing up everything? Maybe it is. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's that lock and lock that is creating an issue here. Let's see. I mean, not really. You look like Lionel Richie. Do I? I think Lionel Richie has nothing to do with me, but thank you very much. Welcome to the stream, Die Maschine. 007. I think Lionel Richie has nothing on me. Honestly. Just a bit, okay? I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, my name is Dudezord. I stream game development here on Twitch. I have 3 projects on rotation, and currently I'm working on my Gameboy emulator. I'm trying to implement audio on it, but yeah, it's tough. I'm trying to currently output a WAV file with the audio that I am generating, and this should be a 5-second WAV file, but it's coming only as a 5-millisecond one. I did WAV audio in the past. Nice. Nice. Yeah, essentially the Game Boy has like 4 audio channels, 2 pulse width modulation ones, then a random wave one, and then a noise one that then get mixed and amplified, and that type of stuff. Currently, I'm just trying to play with channel 1. I don't know if you remember like the original Game Boy, like this chubby guy here. But if you remember the scrolling Nintendo logo, I can show you. When it scrolls the Nintendo logo, it should play a pating, you know, at the end of that. And that's what I'm trying to record. What's the sample rate? Well, of the Game Boy, I absolutely have no idea. I absolutely have no idea. But the way that I currently have these set up, well, I'm creating a output device based on my computer capabilities, right? So I already know that whenever I get here, I'm trying to run this entire thing in a 48,000 F32 output device. Okay, so my sample rate is 48,000 floats. So I don't know if you have experience with Rust or not, but I'm using this library called cpal, which is apparently what everyone uses for Rust, in Rust for audio. And my expectation, and this might be where I'm wrong, but my expectation was that this callback here, which is essentially building the output stream, I thought that this was gonna get called 48,000 times a second, you know? cpal is very low level. Have you tried Rodeo? No, I only tried cpal. I mean, I kind of want low level, you know, because I'm doing my own mixing. I'm doing my own wave generation stuff. But yeah, this output device supposedly runs at 48k hertz sample rate. So my expectation is that this callback would be called 48,000 times a second. But I mean, it isn't, you know? It's like off by, I don't know, off by 1,000 times. Like this should be a 5-second wave, and it's a 5-millisecond wave for some odd reason. So yeah, and I mean, I'm even hard coding the value so it doesn't like lock on anything else. Yeah, I legit do not know. But this is running as its own thing, so it's not getting locked by anything. But the wave file that it's generating is like weird. It's 1,000 times smaller. Maybe try lowering the sample rate. I'm just outputting a wave file without anything from the Game Boy. Okay, I'm just using this example from here. Record wave. I'm using this example here, and essentially I'm writing an hard-coded value. But I think I will like grab a copy of this and see if this like actually generates a wave file with the proper like dimension or whatever. Because I mean it's just weird. It is just weird. So maybe that's what I'll do first. Like maybe I first want to validate that this actually runs what is supposed to be running, you know? Maybe. I don't know. I just know that audio is hard. I just know that audio is hard. Clap anyhow. I mean, sure. I had all of them. Okay, what more do you want, my guy? I mean, I literally don't want any of this. I want a default host. Yes. Config into. I mean, it's kind of weird how this thing doesn't even work, you know? Okay, maybe I need this example here. Yeah, this example is already different. Okay. Is this gonna work? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it kind of recorded like a something. Oh. Okay, so it actually like recorded something like me talking. 3 seconds. Okay, which is proper now. So the example actually works. The example actually works. Although it's not the same example as they had before. So let me Control Z all of this. Okay. Okay, so let's see what they do here. cpal from host. Okay, so it's a cpal default host, right? Yes. And then it creates a device by ID. Device default output device. And device output config. Yes. Concat that wave spec from config. Okay, where is this? Okay, this is similar. No, 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 no. I already know it's gonna be an F-32's Rider clone. Stream play, from sex, drop stream, finalize, recording, sample format. And this feels very similar to what I had. Input. Okay, so apparently I'm writing like way less samples here. So this gets a bunch of stuff there. Oh, do I actually need to do this for output? Maybe I need to do this. Hold on. Output either. And then I get this. Okay, so maybe this is the thing that was missing. You know? Okay, let's see. Okay. Now it actually appears to be five megabytes. Good job. Good job. Okay. Audio data, maybe? Mutable. Okay. Output sound. Audio data, audio data. Okay, so this should kind of write a sine wave. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay, 2 megabytes file. Okay. Okay, this feels more promising now. Can I actually now not like measure the like frequency or something, you know? Maybe I'm not explaining myself properly, but like this should have 440 in them. plot spectrum. Oh, this is more like what? 880? Yes, this is 880. Okay. Okay, so I think I need to do this. Okay, and now it should hopefully. Now it should hopefully generate. Oh, it's still half of the size now. No, this is not what I want. So I want this, but because the output is has place 2. So I actually want to write 2 samples, but I want to write 2 samples like twice, you know? So I need to do this. This is weird. This is weird. One, 4 each channel. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so this should get me 440 wave. Okay, looks better. Looks better. So how can I actually do this? Analyze plot spectrum for something. Does it actually show the peak? Peak 441. Okay, good job. Okay, so this is kind of working then. So this means that I can actually hold on. Okay, I think I need to do output channels. I need to do this. I grab the value once, and then I write it once. Okay, I'm just trying to make this more safe in the future, you know? Sample. So I get this once and then I write it multiple times. Okay, and this should again behave the same. Okay, let's try again. Audacity. Don't show this again. Analyze plot spectrum. Peak is 441. Okay, cool. So this is still working. This is still working. Okay, so that means I can actually use this. And then this, and then this. Um, what is wrong with this? Okay, I clearly messed something up here. Hold on. Okay, this. Trying again. Okay, so now I'm disabling the output. Now I'm disabling the output. But it should still be serializing the wave file. 440. Cool. Cool. Okay. What this means now is that instead of this weird sample here that I will keep commented out, I should be sampling nothing for a bunch of time. And then around the 5-second mark, it should show something. You know? Clearly, that's not the case. Because this is generating stuff right at the start. Well, in reality, it should only start generating stuff around here. Okay. Yep. Sounds like crap. Sounds like crap. Almost looks like a barcode. Okay, but in any case, this first 5 seconds. These first 5 seconds shouldn't be generating anything. Okay, so why are these generating something? Okay, because this keeps ticking. But I mean, if self.enabled. Okay, if not enabled, if I just return 0, 0. Okay, how is this gonna differ now? Okay, hopefully this should not do anything the first 5 seconds. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's generate a new one, just so we have a baseline. Okay, they look different, it's fine, but it generates about around the 4.2 second mark, which means that we are properly sleeping at the beginning. Okay. Okay, so now what does this sound like? Like nothing proper. Yeah. Okay, so if anything, I would say that these are way too wide, you know? These are way too wide. I wonder if this should be like way smaller, you know? Oh, they are actually way smaller. It's kind of impossible to actually like visualize properly. No, although... No, I see. So this is actually like writing once this entire segment. And a bunch of zeros. Get fucked. I love my banning sound. Okay, not too shabby, but we are able to output something. It sounds terrible, but we are able to output something. So where are we currently like legit missing here, you know? Like, should I only tick this if it is enabled? You know? I don't even know. Maybe? When is the period divider set? You know? Well, it's set here. Okay, let's run like this and see what the hell happens. We are doing? Yes. We are able to output a wave file of out of the Game Boy, which is pretty awesome. I can validate that the way the code is set is kinda good. So if you notice, this is trying to generate a 440 Hertz sine wave. Okay, that's what this code here is doing, and this should only start generating a sound wave after 4.1 seconds, which is when we enable this register here. So if I now open this sound wave, you will see that we are actually generating something here. And if I select this region, peak for 40 Hertz. Okay, so we are actually like generating this here, and it sounds like this, which is cool. Now, the issue is, did I delete it? The fuck? No. Now, the issue is that I'm actually trying to use, so instead of outputting like with the headphones, which I don't want to kill anyone doing that, what I'm doing instead is I'm outputting to the wave file, so that at the very least I can like look at it and see if it kind of looks okay. But maybe before I do that, maybe I should like grab a Game Boy boot ROM wave file or something. I mean, if someone would have a wave file of the boot sound, that would be, I mean, pretty cool. But it would kind of need to be the real one, you know, so that I actually had like an idea of what it should kind of feel like in terms of audio spectrum. So yeah. Okay. Well, I can download it as an MP3 and then put it there. I mean, the objective is just that I have a kind of an idea of what it should look like, okay? And it should look kind of like this, you know? It should look kind of like this. Which it obviously doesn't look like one, you know? Okay, so first things first, it actually looks like the PWM signal needs to go to -1, so it doesn't go to 0. So that's the first part that we need to fix, I think. Although I would say that going to -1, I mean, shouldn't change anything. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But this kind of feels as if it had like a 2.5 like frequency, like the displays higher frequency than this, than the sine wave. So if this is 440, this is probably being like 1,000 or something, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I need to figure out a way to actually play that sound that way. So if any of you has any idea, please come forward and help me. Please. Please. Tick. Okay, so first things first, I think here, I think I need to do something like this, you know? Where I kind of turn that pulse width wave into -1 and 1. So that's what this does. So if I now play this, and now if I open it, audio.wave, okay, so whatever I'm doing here, okay, mine does need to look like that crap, and it's not looking like that crap at all. I mean, I kind of have more or less the same samples apparently. Let me see. Kind of wanted to try and match these. But I mean, in terms of frequency, this kind of feels like Well, I'm probably a little bit slower. But yeah, this should look like this. But I don't know what's happening here, but it's like crazy stuff. It's just nonsense. This feels like it will be useful to understand in general. This audio stuff is a mystery to most. Yeah. True. Okay, but for some reason I made these outputs from -1 to 1. Kinda looks... the chart looks weird, you know? Chart looks weird. Okay, what if I put -0.5 to 0.5? Bloop. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, like this is just showing like positive values for some reason. Oh, -0.5. Duh. Duh. Here we go again. Boop. Yeah, but this kind of feels like it's gonna be very, very boring, you know? To actually see what the hell I'm doing here. I don't know what the hell is this, like, weird shift. But apparently, whatever this is doing here needs to happen way faster, or I don't know. Shift looks like out of order samples. Nah. I mean, they might look like it, but they are not out of order. What is it actually showing in the bottom one? Bottom one is the output from the Gameboy, which starts at 0, then it goes to minus point whatever for a bunch of time. So it's negative, 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 negative for a bunch of time. And then it goes to positive. Come on, you were right there. And it goes to positive. So even the visualization here, it's not like the best thing. But in reality, this should be like changing at this frequency here. Yeah. I think it's just a visualization that is sucky. But as you can see, like it starts as 0 and then it goes negative, which kinda matches what I have here. Like it goes negative, but then it should go positive, negative, positive, positive, negative, and slowly changing the frequency. Slowly changing the frequency. I mean, this is like tung 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 tung. Like they are the two sounds, you see. If I play this, whoops. Here. Ta-da! So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but the visualization is shit. But yeah, wherever is happening here, these patterns should be like way smaller, and currently they are like freaking giant. So I don't know why. Maybe it's this frequency stuff that it's like weird. I do not know. So this comes as 0. It goes negative, then it goes positive. Okay, let's try to math this a little bit, you know? Let's try to math this a little bit. Let's see if I can like cook something. Okay, so this starts at 40820. 40820, and it goes all the way to 41220. 41220. So this plays for 40 milliseconds. This plays for 40 milliseconds. Yes. This plays for 40 milliseconds. And in 40 milliseconds, this only switched once. You know? This only switched once. When in reality, it should have done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 42. So it should have like switched frequencies 42 times. Like 42 switches, and it only did one. So what does this mean? Who the fuck knows? But what I can try to do is divide this by 42 here, and maybe this will look a little bit more similar to what we want. Just maybe. You know? Worst case scenario, it's gonna look even more like shit. Well, I don't know what the hell happened, but kind of looks like the same shit as before. So I was actually expecting this to change 42 times faster inside of this. So this is not what it's happening. Do I need to put a times 42? Surely not. No, because the issue here is not this. The issue here is the value of the waveform. The waveform needs to change for 22 times faster. The waveform needs to change 22 times faster. Okay, where is this getting called the waveform? Well, it's only getting ticked here. But it probably needs to get ticked outside. Yeah. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Okay, let's see. I think now there will be like lots of guessing happening, you know? Because I have no fucking idea what's going on. Well, didn't work. Oh, because of this. So this needs to move here. Okay, maybe it's this. We'll see. Nope, still looks like crap. Still looks like crap. Why? I don't know. Because I thought that calling this tick more times would make this switch from 0 and 1 more times as well. Replacement Stream Deck arrived. Oh. Hopefully this one doesn't render back to front. Did you have to return the other one? Or did they let you keep it? Oh. You want to sell me the bad one? Must be a firmware bug. Pretty sure that there needs to be a fix somewhere. Although it probably requires like soldering or stuff. But the Steam Hub plugin for Stream Deck is essentially for iRacing. You can go back. Yeah, well, I do have Steam Hub installed. So, yeah. Steam Hub. And I did install the Moza plugin, by the way. But I still couldn't get it like matching the RPM lights. I don't know. Okay, like, what do I actually need to do here? Okay, I think I know. I think I know. I shouldn't be trying to do this, you know? I shouldn't be trying to do this. Because what I need to actually check is I need to grab the like the current waveform, which is this. I need to grab the current waveform. I need to grab the new waveform, which is this. And I only need to change when it goes from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Right? Whenever it goes from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, that's when I need to toggle it, isn't it? So here if I do wouldn't this be the same though? There's a car override section. Okay. Yeah, I saw that, but my assumption is that whoever worked on this would kind of have it like working automatically, you know? You know, there's like LEDs, blah blah blah, whatever. Where is it? Mozo wheel. Yeah, it's connected. GG. Yeah, I know there are like car overrides, but I just assumed that it would work. Like they would have embedded the profiles. I don't know. For now, I'm running with them disabled, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, I just well, it's not showing, but I disabled RPM. Okay, so what I think that needs to happen I don't even know what needs to happen. I looked so confident there for a second. I have no fucking clue what needs to happen. The ratio of the time spent low versus high. The selected duty cycle also alters the phase. Duty cycle is the fraction of one period in which a signal or system is active. No, there's something odd here. Because, like for example, like here on these samples, you know, I mean, this is running at 40K, 48K. But it should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so this means that the PWM is 50%. Okay, which is 50%, which should be this one. Send 50%. So I should be getting this one. So it's on by 4 ticks and then off another 4 ticks, then on 4 ticks, then off by 4 ticks. So I mean, this is fine, honestly. This is a legit fine. But the thing is that it should have disabled it here, you know. Once it reached there, it should have gone to -5. Okay, so what actually happens if I do this? I don't even know if it's supposed to be calling the 50%, by the way. One. I'm just miming. It's tough to say. This looks like so much shit in here. Miguel Silva 110. Are you a Portuguese folk? Are you a Brazilian folk? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. And the D Machine 007, thank you as well. 2 confettis back to back. Thank you very much. Are we again at 100? Oh, okay. So we have been losing followers and hurting followers. Oh, 101. GG. Yeah, I think people are not enjoying the... I think people are not enjoying the the audio work because it's just like spamming their ears with weird noises, you know. But that's why I reverted back to just rendering waves, wave files. But yeah, thank you very much for following. And if you have any questions regarding the stream, please let me know, and I'll gladly answer them. Okay, if anything, it kind of seems like the stick function should be called way more times, you know? Like way, way, way more times. PT. Hola, hola. As far as I know, I think you are me including, our third Portuguese person in here. But there's also a long shot that you are friend of the other one. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Okay, what do I need to do here? I mean, this is weird, you know? This is hella weird. Nice. Making use of the redeemables. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I don't know. I legit do not know what I need to do here. I wish I knew. I legit wish I knew. I mean, I can try something like this. Kinda doubt it, though. I kinda doubt it. Oh. Kinda looks worse now. Okay, this doesn't make much sense now. Yeah, this doesn't make much sense because if anything, it should have a switch like even faster. Because I'm counting these. I mean, but cycles is a multiple of 4. It cannot be this. I wonder if I have like a race condition somewhere. Race condition in Rust. But that's illegal. Well, yeah. My code sucks, so there's also that. The way it gets visualized there is annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I actually believe that the visualization is not helping me. Maybe I'm like copiuming too hard. But I actually believe that. Like I cannot make sense of what the hell this is, you know. You could ask the AI overlords for help. No. That's rule number 1 of this project. Is I don't like AI. And I don't like to use AI for things that I enjoy working on, you know? I don't mind using AI for shit that I don't care about, like web development. But this is still way too fun. Even if I'm like having tons of trouble with it. I need to use my brain, you know? I have no clue. I have no clue. Maybe try something like Reaper to show the waveform. Maybe. Yeah, I actually don't know if this has show RMS in waveform. Whatever that is. What is Reaper? Actually, Reaper. Is this free? Cost not so much. For free. 60 days. Okay. We'll give it a try. But yeah. Audacity is not helping. Audacity is not helping. Yeah, there's another guide that I wanted to install, which is this traction waveform that I've heard very good reviews about, but I never worked with audio, so I don't actually know if that's good or not. But there are multiple people on Twitch making games, and they are using this waveform, traction waveform. Yeah, we'll give it a try. Could you try to explain the issue at the moment? The issue is I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's the issue. Hold on, let me just put the files in here and see what the hell this does. Okay. Visualization wise, kinda looks better. Yeah, visualization wise, kinda looks better. But still a long way to go. Oh my god. Okay, now I need to learn like an entire new set of keys. But yeah, this looks like crap. What I'm trying to do, well, I'm trying to implement audio on my Game Boy. Okay, I already implemented. No, Audacity is not the issue. The issue, what I'm complaining about Audacity, is that its visualization of the waveform looks like shit. Like if I put this here, like this looks weird. Like I don't know what's going up, what's coming down. Like it just looks weird. This looks better. I mean, it's kinda the same thing, but here I know what's up and what's down. Up, down, up, down. And here I don't know what's up and down. So this is better to like identify patterns, you know. So yeah, screw Audacity for now. Okay, I'm trying to add the audio processing unit to my Game Boy. The way the Game Boy works is pretty simple. The game cartridge writes a bunch of random values into registers, and then there's a global timer, and every n ticks of that timer, I need to grab data from those registers, do some math, and output that into the audio output. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have this work, which is playing this audio here. I don't know if you guys could hear that, this pating. This is what I'm trying to do. Okay, and this is what it's supposed to happen when this Nintendo scrolls down. It scrolls down and it does pating, okay, and GG. That's the plan. But obviously, very obviously, I'm not. Okay. Very obviously, I'm not rendering that. You know, this is what my APU is outputting. The first row. This is what my APU is outputting, and then the second one is what it kind of should sound like according to this MP3. Yeah. So I'm very certain that what's missing is not. There are no missing samples, okay? There are no missing samples. I'm generating all 48,000 of them. What I'm not doing correctly is manipulating the registers into telling me like which frequency and which amplitude that sound wave needs to be. That's the entire issue that I have. How do I fix that? Well, with better code, hopefully. But yeah, but that's the issue. That's the entire issue. Like if I were to zoom, I mean, oh my god, now this is even tougher. But if I were to show you, see, this is my shitty ass wave. This is like the actual thing. I'm generating all of the samples. Each dot is a sample. So the issue is not the lack of samples, it's just that I'm not doing the math properly. Are those registers virtual register in the emulator? No, they're actual legit registers. Which might help, actually, if I were to log those. But the thing is that this thing runs so fast that I kind of don't want to be outputting like millions of lines to the terminal, because then it's just gonna lag the entire Game Boy. But I mean, I know what are the... I have the disassembled version for the boot ROM, so I kinda know which values should be written where. Okay, I kinda know which values should be written where. And this means that if I were to like put breakpoints, but breakpoints, then it runs so slow. That's the issue. Like debugging things here step by step, it won't work because this thing is shooting 4 million clock cycles each second, you know? So going clock cycle by clock cycle won't give you anything. But in any case, I know which values I'm writing to those registers according to this ROM here. So yeah, maybe, well, not today because it's kind of late, and I think I will just end the stream no matter what. But maybe what I can do, is, for instance, put the breakpoint here on line, on this line here. Well, it's not actually put on this line, you know, it's like intersecting whenever this instruction runs somehow. Because this is what setting the audio to play, you know. So do this, and then kinda create a better like mental picture of what should happen in those cases, in terms of the values changing and at which pace, you know. Maybe that's what you need to do. We need to figure out what values are we putting into the registers, and then we need to kind of derive the math manually. Like legit doing manual calculations to know, okay, this is what like should happen each second. And then we figure out a way to output those values out. And then we need to compare them. Yeah. I think that's the plan. Yeah. Because audio only starts playing here. And so the registers are initialized here. These are the name of the registers: FF26, FF11, FF12. So those are just preparing the registers, and then here, whenever I play this sound, which is loading this E value into A, and then that value into the register, then we we'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the plan for tomorrow. Okay, changing scene. Final goodbyes. Everyone, thank you very much for watching the stream. Great success today. We are at 101 followers. It's not updated here. We are at 101, meaning that we finally are triple digits. Okay, pretty cool. So it took us 1 month and a half. 1 month and a half to get 80 followers. So the plan is breaking, I don't know, 200 by the end of May. That's the new plan. That's the new goal. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. Thank you everyone for supporting the stream. Thank you for the followers. Thank you for the chat messages. Thank you for the subscribers. We got a new subscriber today as well. And yeah, I mean, this is only possible if there are people watching and interacting. So yeah, thank you once again. I'll end stream now. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Lisbon time, or London time if you prefer. And I'm pretty sure we are going to continue on the Gameboy audio emulation. It kind of went better than I thought it would, honestly. This is my second try at implementing audio for the Game Boy, and I can tell you that on the first one, after 6 hours, I just rage quit it and started doing something else because it was being way too much. But now, well, at least we have the ability to export a WAV file, which kind of helps in figuring out how far we are from things happening. So yeah, I'm very glad with the overall progress. Yeah, I think the plan, hopefully the plan is tomorrow, we'll be able to finish channel 1 and 2. I mean, once we finish channel 1, channel 2 will be free, essentially. So yeah, I think that tomorrow will be a great day, an amazing day. So thank you all once again. I'll get going. I don't think there's anyone that I could raid now. Let me quickly see here. Let me see. No, not really anyone I know. Okay, we'll leave it to another day then. Okay, I'll get going. Thank you everyone for watching the stream. I'll wait for you tomorrow morning, and tomorrow morning we'll continue the Game Boy adventure. Okay, sounds like a plan. Last confetti of the day. Thank you very much. Have a nice rest of the day. Have a nice rest until tomorrow, and I'll see you. Bye bye.